Differentiate or die. Differentiate or die. How to develop a unique competitive advantage. Here's where the rubber meets the road. You can have the best services. You can have the highest quality. You can have the nicest offices and the lowest rates. But if you don't have a unique competitive advantage, something that answers the question in a clear, concise, and compelling fashion of why should I hire you versus any of your other competitors out there, you will have a significantly more difficult time building your practice. So what we're going to start off with today is we've laid the foundation yesterday of talking about what are the 7 different strategies of finding new clients, how to use referral networks, how to use speaking, how to use articles and writing, and we got into internet and the technology piece, and we'll cover more of that today. But what I'd like you to do is to start thinking not just on a conceptual level, but a practical level. If I were to ask you, why should I hire you? Whether you're doing intellectual property, whether you're doing immigration, whether you're doing construction, whether you're doing toxic tort. Why should I hire you versus the hundreds or even thousands of attorneys who could do exactly the same services that you could? Remember, yesterday we talked about the importance of focusing on the benefits, on the value and the results that you achieve for your clients. People don't care about your services because they think that all attorneys offer the same services. Right? People don't buy services. They buy solutions to their problems. They don't buy your quality because everybody says that they have quality, right? Do we have any low or no quality attorneys in the house with us today? Of course not. Everybody says that they have quality, which completely negates it in the consumer's mind. In fact, there was a recent study done by, I believe it was the American Bar Association, or reported in one of their journals, that said that they interviewed a number of Fortune 500 companies about how they interview or how they accept outside legal counsel and how they hire them. Over 80% of them said that there is absolutely no noticeable difference in the level of quality of services between one law firm and the next. Now, these are sophisticated buyers. And that tells you that there's a level of cynicism out there that, you know what, it doesn't really matter if you go with one lawyer or the next, between one law firm and the next. Now, if you have a sophisticated buyer who thinks that, what about the average Tom, Dick, or Harry, right? How in the world can they won't have that level of sophistication. So think about from their perspective, again, getting in the mind of your consumer, of your prospective client. How can you tell them that you're different? Not different weird, but different in a positive sense. If Fortune 500 companies think that, what does the average consumer think? And how much more important is it for you to have a very clear, concise, and compelling unique competitive advantage? All right? So what we've done is we've taken a look at what do the top attorneys do? What do the rainmakers do when it comes to helping them develop this concept of a unique competitive advantage, a UCA. So what I've done here is list 10 different strategies, 10 different ways that you can start creating a unique competitive advantage. And what I'm going to do is just give you a highlight of all 10 of them. And then I'm going to ask you to start creating that unique competitive advantage for you today by getting it out of your head and getting it onto paper. Because how you use that competitive advantage is very important. You can use it in your brochure for your firm. You can use it on your website. Use it on the back of your business card. Use it in networking events when you meet somebody. Use it to educate your referral sources on why you're different, how you're unique. Okay? So let's talk about the 10 different ways that you can start to create a unique competitive advantage. Number 1 is focusing on the benefits. What are the benefits that you offer your clients that other firms don't? What do you do that other firms refuse to do to better serve your clients? So for this last week, I was speaking with an attorney in one of our coaching programs, and she was saying, a lot of my clients are very highly paid executives. And they're really busy people, and lots of times these guys work during the weekends. And so she said every once in a while, in fact, she said more often than I would like to think about it, I get calls on the weekend. And she said, one of the reasons that they told me they hired me is because I'll take their calls and talk to them on the weekend, whereas the other attorneys don't. And so we talked to her, as we were going through this process, we actually showed her how to take that and create a unique competitive advantage out of it, and also an additional service. So what she's going to do is she's going to create a VIP service for some of her customers and actually charge them an annual fee of anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 that they pay on an annual basis to get VIP service, which includes having access to her on the weekends. Now I thought that's pretty creative when you think about that, because how many of you take calls from your clients, if they were your good clients, your best clients, and they said, I really need to talk to you this weekend, do you have a few minutes? How many of you would take the call? Most of you would, right? So why not offer that as a premium service for your best clients that they can actually, it's now a benefit to them. So instead of it being a pain in the butt to you, saying, I've got to spend another 10 minutes on talking to, cha-ching, 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 it's $5,000 a year, or whatever, would make sense for your practice area. Okay? So you got to think creatively of what are you willing to do that maybe you're already doing now for your clients that you could start to make it more, instead of just being passively, yeah, I'll do it, step out and say, this is a benefit that I offer to my clients. Make sense?